Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to another episode of The Cider Drinker. On today's episode, I am concluding what has turned into a triple threat of mixed fruit ciders for you guys, and we're also returning to the Bulmers Cider Company to test out another one of their ciders. If you haven't guessed what it is already, today's cider is Bulmers No.17. Now, I was fully unaware that there was actually 16 other brands of Bulmers cider. And there isn't, so the name Bulmers No.17 actually eludes me. Why is it called number 17? Who knows? If anyone does know out there, please let me know, because as far as I'm aware, I think there's only 6 different types of Bulmers out there. Who knows? I'm sure someone out there will know. Anyway, it's all about the cider today, Bulmers No.17. So, how will it taste compared to the other mixed fruit ciders I've tried so far? We'll find out soon, but until then, let me give you some details on Bulmers No.17. Bulmers No.17 cider comes in 568ml bottles, and that is the only way you can get this cider too, unless you can get it on tap somewhere, but I haven't seen it yet. The alcohol percentage is 4% in volume, which is pretty standard for Bulmers cider. I'm going to assume it's going to be a sweet tasting cider because it doesn't say on the bottle anywhere, and the price is also quite varied as well, although the average price that I have seen it go for is around £2.14. I have seen it for cheaper somewhere, so just do your shopping about. Well, if you haven't guessed already, the bottle design is Bulmers, pretty much. If you've seen the normal Bulmers bottle, you've pretty much seen this bottle, except it's all in red, as if you can't tell that already. Yeah, it doesn't really leave much to the imagination. It's exactly like the Bulmers original bottle design. Admittedly, it's a lot better than their previous design, but, you know, I don't know, I think it's alright, you know, it does its job well, I guess. Got the whole apple silhouette and everything. But yeah, if you've seen one Bulmers bottle, you've seen them all pretty much, and it's signed by H.P. Bulmer at the top there. Woohoo! 5 generations of expertise. Cider with crushed red berries and lime. There's that old lime again. Forever appearing on mixed fruit cider bottles, but actually not appearing in the taste. Anyway, let's see what's on the back. We love all fruit here at Bulmers. No.17 is our great apple cider with crushed red berries and cut with a shot of lime to deliver an explosive fruit taste. Pour over ice for ultimate refreshment. Well, that does sound all well and good, Mr. H.P. Bulmer, but that doesn't really tell me a whole lot about the cider once again. However, getting it in 568ml, so at least it is a nice pint of whatever the hell this cider's going to taste of. So, without further ado, I'm going to get my brand new £1 bottle opener here and get this top open. If I can actually get into it, there we go. Actually, this bottle opener's not too bad, and this only cost me £1. It's even better than my previous one. There we go. Let's give it a whiff. Wow, that's actually got quite a lot of aromas coming off of it. I'm getting hit with black currants, which isn't a red berry. Go figure. Definite hint of strawberry in there too, I'm getting that. Maybe a little touch of raspberry too. As for the lime, nowhere to be seen once again. I don't understand why they put lime on front of bottles if it doesn't actually appear in the smell or taste. You never know, it might do it in the glass, so let me go and pour this out. If you haven't guessed by the colour already in the bottle, it's going to look red. But I will show you guys anyway. That'll do, seeing as I've got a full pint, don't want to pour it all in. There we go, it's red. What more can I really say? It's actually kind of a dark red, at least to me anyway. Don't know whether it's different in this lighting. Let me just see. Okay, yeah, it kind of looks like fizzy Ribena, which you can actually get now. Completely pointless. Anyway, lightly sparkling. Don't know whether you can see that because it is pretty dark in there. Bit of a froth on the top. But yeah, that looks not too bad actually. So let's get a whiff in the glass. Okay, well there is definitely strawberries in this, but nowhere near as prominent as the previous 2 ciders that I did. Like I say, you are getting a slight hint of blackcurrant, which is kind of misleading because that's not really a red fruit. It's a black fruit, but there we go. Still no hint of the lime. Above all, that actually doesn't smell too bad, so I'm going to go and dive right into the taste test. So, cheers guys, bottoms up. That's not bad. That's actually not too bad. Okay, well there's actually quite a lot of flavours coming off of this, unlike the previous two ciders that I did. Although, to be honest, this is marketing itself as a, you know, with crushed red berries and lime, rather than just being flat out strawberry. You are getting that though, but it's not overpowering every other flavour in this glass. You are getting a slight hint of raspberry. I think there's a slight undertone of red currants too, just really ever so slightly there. As for the lime, can't really taste any lime at all, to be honest. I will go for a second opinion to be sure. Nah, there's no lime. Once again, like the previous Koperberg that I did, there's just absolutely no lime taste in this at all. So you might as well just take that off the front of the bottle, guys, because you can't taste it. You can obviously tell that they have added sugar to this because it is pretty sweet. Not as sickly sweet as the other two, but it is still pretty up there, to be honest. Although, in all honesty, it's not that bad, actually. Which is kind of surprising because, you know, original Bulmers is just so subpar that I wasn't really expecting much from this. But, hey, it's actually got a nice little, nice full flavours coming off of this, and they're not completely overpowering you, as though you think you're just, like, tasting something completely artificial. So, that's actually pretty surprising. And not only that, but you're actually getting a full pint of this as well. In fact, I'll just pour the rest in the glass here. There we go. Yeah, that is pretty surprising. Bulmers have actually done a fairly decent cider for once. Although, once again, to be honest, I don't really class these sorts of things as, like, proper ciders, but obviously you get mixed fruit ciders, don't you? So, hey, for what it's setting out to do, it actually isn't too bad. If you are just one of these people that just likes a nice flavoursome drink to enjoy on a hot summer's day, this will be pretty much ideal. Just add a few bits of ice to it. Obviously I don't do that because it just waters it down, but I can see this really refreshing you and really quenching your thirst. And it's got so many flavours, like I said. And thankfully the strawberry, like I say, just doesn't overpower all the other flavours in this. It is kind of weird how I am getting that hint of it's either a blackberry or a black currant. Can't really quite put my finger on it, but there is that slight undertone too, so there is that going for it. The lime, like I say, can just be totally cut out from this because there is no hint of lime in this glass at all. Obviously, if someone was given this glass and they weren't told what it is, it's like, well, you've just given me fizzy Ribena. However, bear with them, and yeah, I've actually got a pretty decent drink here. Bulmers. I might just be warming up to you a little bit, ever so slightly. Maybe. £2.14 for a bottle, is that justified? Maybe. I mean, I have seen it go for cheaper. And you are, I guess you are kind of getting your value for money here, because it's not setting out to break any records. It is setting out for a belch though. Sorry, excuse me. Obviously carbonated, so you are going to be belching quite a lot, but yeah, that's kind of expected with these types of ciders, so I'm just going to go for a final taste before the final verdict. Yeah, very easy to drink. Obviously, there's been sugars and sweeteners added to it. Getting an ever so slight hint of gumminess at the back of my throat, but it's nowhere near as bad as the other two mixed ciders that I've done so far. And you're actually getting quite a lot of decent flavours coming off of this too, rather than just like being hit with strawberry then and then. Admittedly, the other two ciders were classed as strawberry ciders, but you can definitely tell there is a hint of that in this glass. As I said, it's not overpowering, and yeah, the flavours just meld really well together and come out with a fairly decent cider. So, well, for a final verdict, and I can't believe I'm saying this for a Bulmer cider, but Bulmer's No. 17 gets a 6 out of 10. Yeah, like I say, just slightly above average. Obviously, not going to win any awards at all, but for what it's setting out to do, it does its job well. So yeah, this might actually be the first semi-decent cider from Bulmer's that I actually kind of like. And if someone actually offered a bottle of this to me, I might actually happily oblige them and drink it, as I'm doing now. Not too bad at all. Obviously, doesn't really taste anything like a cider, but for an alcoholic fruit beverage, it does its job well, I reckon. So, that was another episode of the Cider Drinker for you guys. Hope you liked it. I will be back another time with another delicious and tasty cider for you. But until then, you know what? I'm actually going to sit back and enjoy this nice glass of Bulmer's No. 17. Quite what No. 17 means, I don't know, but I'm sure I'll find out sooner or later. Take care, guys. Until next time.